Hello everyone, this is us in Malta, and this is, I've been here for what, 4 weeks now?
Yeah.
And you've been here for,
3 days again.
yeah, this is Kathleen's 50th country, holy shit, and you've been here not once but twice already these last 2 weekends.
Yeah.
With
And
one
the third one next.
third one coming up. Yeah. So you've been here long enough to have a certain impression of Malta.
You've been longer.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm trying to get some dialogue going here. See, that's how it is. Sure. No, but yeah, I've obviously I have. Malta's an interesting place. It's like the perfect middle spot on a continuum between the south of Italy and like north of Africa, not just geographically but also culturally and language-wise. It seems the language is perfectly split between Arabic and Italian, and you can also see it in the architecture here. The architecture itself looks European, but the buildings are like sand-colored, like you would see in a lot of Arabic countries. So it's an interesting place. It's in the middle of the Mediterranean. Yeah. What else? What's your favorite part of Malta so far?
Gozo.
Gozo? Huh. Which is not even Malta, actually.
It belongs to the country.
Yeah.
It's another island. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been there yesterday, so
That's right.
I like that it's not that touristy. I feel like a lot of places here are you barely meet local people.
That's right. I mean, I had a guy tell me that the rule of thumb is that 1 out of 5 people that you meet in Malta is actually going to be from Malta, and having been here for 4 weeks, I can kind of vouch for that, because you see, I've been down in Slima, we've been to Valletta, we've been to Gozo. Right now we're in St. Paulsbay, which is also called Bujiba or Kavra or whatever. Things have different names depending on the language, so that's another thing that that you got to get used to here. But I've seen people who look like they're from all sorts of places in the world, and I've heard a lot of different languages, mostly European. A lot of Danes here, curiously, but and
You're everywhere.
yeah, mostly in Denmark, I would say. So yeah, that's another thing that's kind of unique about this place. It only has 500,000 inhabitants, but they're from all over the place. So that's kind of curious as well. I like Gozo as well. I like Malta. I would say it's worth a visit. But there are things you got to take into consideration, like the traffic situation, for example. And you're the designated driver here, so.
Yeah. I mean, driving on the left side for me is also a challenge, but yeah, it's Italian driving style. It's flexible.
Okay, that was a very diplomatic way of putting it.
If
Yeah.
you like that.
Yeah, and it's not that cheap. It's not as cheap as you might think. It's not that big either. I would say you could drive around the island of Malta itself. It's like 3 islands. That's why I said Gozo is not a place in Malta, but it belongs to the country Malta, but not the island Malta, because Malta is itself an island. But you can drive around the main island here for, I would say, about 2 hours. And so it's not very big, but if you're into islandy vibes and surroundings, I would say you could spend a week here if you're on holiday and not working like some of us are. So is Malta worth a visit? Yeah, but you also got to come during the right time of year. We are currently somewhere around mid-March, and I would say anything before that, maybe maybe avoid that, because it's been a bit rainy and a bit too northern Europe-ish for my taste. Anyway, We're gonna leave you and prioritize this sunset behind us now, but we will be back from
Poland.
Poland in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned.